Hello everyone, this is Otz, and today I'm going to talk to you about the strongest possible trapper build that I showcased yesterday. Now, many of you pointed out, rightly so, that I didn't really end up using any of these perks. Save the best for last, I barely built it up. Infectious Fright, I didn't get any use of it. I was too close, so make your choice didn't really help, and Ruin went out pretty early in about 30 seconds or a minute tops. So why is this build effective and why do I think it's the strongest as opposed to literally anything else? I'm going to try to tell you more about it. Now, we all know a build that works in one map, in one situation, but doesn't work anywhere else. We've all seen a doctor play with, I think are the calm add-ons, the ones that make his terror radius huge, and then he uses a game offering so that he goes to a small map where he can be really oppressive, but then you take that out and put it in any other situation and it completely falls apart. This build is precisely thought out to be able to excel in many different situations. There are many maps that are great for the trapper. Father's Chapel comes to mind, Wrecker's Yards come to mind, things where basements are in predictable spots, where people have to go through the center, where it's really easy to trap and not be seen because of the obstacles. But then there's maps that are not so good for trapper. Rotten Fields, huge maps like Red Forest maps, they're really difficult because they force you to commit to one area. The basement might be miles away and you might never have a chance to make any play around it. And even in these maps, this build can do something about it. I'll tell you why, going over each of the perks. Now, Ruin is here to slow down the game at the start, where we need it the most. It's not my favorite perk to run. I think it's a bit strong. It's also inconsistent. But I fully acknowledge that Ruin is probably the best at stopping early gen repairs. If it distracts just a couple players from doing generators for half a minute, that is good enough. It will just buy us time until the rest of our strategy comes together. Save the best for last and Infectious Fright go hand in hand. This makes it so that even if you are forced to become an M1 killer, let's say you get the hospital, Larry's Institute, where trap placement can be very difficult because there's windows and doors everywhere, you can still make something occur. Save the best for last, Infectious Fright will help you to become an M1 killer in situations where, you have no other choice. On top of that, Save the best for last helps with basement immensely. It will, when you build up stacks of Save the best for last, people will have a lot of trouble getting out of the area that you're going to try to trap them in, and this is what this build is all about. This build is about picking one area. It can be the basement, but it doesn't have to be. We'll get to that. And never ever letting anybody out of it. Now, we all know somebody gets borrowed time, you hit them, they speed away, you hit them again, they speed away after they get Medal of Man, and they're at the other end of the map. With Save the best for last and picking your targets wisely, you will never let that happen. You will hit a guy and you will be right at him in no time, keeping them in your perimeter. Infectious Fright is just a really mean perk. It will help to make sure, it will turn you into a bit of a Legion. We all know that Legion, when he goes into Feral Frenzy and he stabs someone, he gets a lot of information. That's one of the things that makes Legion really useful when he's camping. If you stab someone and someone's trying to sneak in for another save, you will find them. This also works on people who step on traps. That means if I have someone on a hook, someone comes for the save, and I hit them on the trap before they free themselves, anybody else coming for the save will be highlighted by a scream. If I see no one else coming for the save, then I know that I can take my time to pick that person up, put them on another hook as close as I can, and then resume the patrolling or go for someone else. Infectious Fright is very mean. Even if you don't get to use it, that probably means same like Make Your Choice, you're doing a good job anyway. Now, Make Your Choice is probably the oddest perk, because if you set up a basement and you stay close, you might not even go far away, but this perk is here for those times when you don't have a basement, when you don't have a hook in a building that is really easy to trap, but instead you get a hook in a really tight, really isolated corner of the map. That's where Make Your Choice comes in handy. You don't want to stay in that corner because there's no generators there, there's no objectives there, but you can stay close to the choke point where people have to go through to get to that corner. There are many maps like the Groaning Storehouse where hooks can be pretty far away from you, but you can still see everywhere around them. And no one will really get past you. Make Your Choice excels in this situation. If we get a big map, we will play around Make Your Choice. If we get a basement, you bet we will play around the basement and completely forget about make your choice if it makes sense to do so. Some other people pointed out that the strength of this build resides more in the add-ons than the perks, and I agree. The add-ons that we're using are really, really strong and are really the thing that lets us get away with what we're doing. The first add-on that we're going to go for is Iridescent Stone. The Iridescent Stone makes it so that every 30 seconds, any one trap on the map that is currently on the ground but is not open will open. That means you don't have to worry about putting traps down and having them be sabotaged or disarmed, and then having to go pick them up, put them down again. You can put traps in really, really obvious places, and survivors can't really do anything about it, because if they waste time touching them, they risk having that trap open immediately afterwards. This lets you get away with a lot, and when you trap all around the basement, or the 3 or 4 choke points all around the dead zone, there's very, very little counterplay. On top of this, there are 2 strategies that you can go for. One is to use the Bloody Coil, which further this encourages survivors to touch your traps. It means that anybody that wants to disarm a trap will now be injured, and that is a big deal. It puts everybody in one-shot area, and if you keep your traps on your perimeter and you're close to that perimeter, anybody messing with your traps that is not already injured is in trouble. You run these 2, people will not touch your traps. Then again, it might not even be the strongest one, because many survivors are very comfortable being injured. They know they have Dead Hard, they know they'll get Adrenaline eventually, they know they have Medal of Man currently. So many survivors will just, especially the smart ones, they will just stay injured. This might not be as intimidating as you might think. Another great replacement is the Stitched Bag. The Stitched Bag, same as the Trapper Bag, which is not a purple one at all, lets you carry up to 3 traps. What this means is that when you down someone, you might just be able to put them on a hook, a good one hopefully, and then immediately set up 3 traps all around them. That is crazy. If you put them on a good isolated hook, there are not that many pallets, not that many windows around it. If you got 3 traps, you can trap all of them. And at that point, you can just proxy camp or stay close, do whatever you want, and unless they take quite a bit of time to go through every single trap, which, you know, is quite useless with the Iridescent Stone, and people are not happy to do that, you will be able to make it in time, and either the person on the hook or the person doing the rescuing is going down. That's the beauty of Make Your Choice. Hopefully that explains what this build is all about. We're gonna jump into a game and see if I can showcase how to adapt. This build, it doesn't have one set plan. It all depends on what you come up with on the spot, which map you're in, what kind of survivors are you facing, but we're gonna try to see how it goes. All right, it's taken a while, but it seems like we're finally going into a game. Let me check my brightness. Good. Very good. Let's start up. Now, I did not bring the bag, so I'm gonna have to put some early traps down. Check where the basement is. Basement is right here, which means we should probably make some plays around here. I see the ruin, it's not too far, but I'm not gonna bother defending it. Instead, we'll just set up traps everywhere. Alright, I see a person over there. Not sure if it's worth chasing them, but I'll pretend for a bit. Oh, it absolutely is worth chasing it. This is a really unsafe pallet, she's gonna have to throw that. And no matter what, she's taking a hit. Or stepping into a trap, that works too. This is a really good start. The first game too, by the way. This is not pre-recorded. This is not me nitpicking. But, alright, that's good. That trap there was a bit sneaky. We might have to replace it for something else that's harder to avoid once you know it's there. This door right here is a really good skip. Yep. A really good escape route. We need to get rid of it. No need to get rid of that pallet because it's terrible. It's one of the unsafest pallets in the game, which means that I can hit you even if you start using it. So we're gonna get rid of it. We'll trap the window. There's a trap there that's been reset by the add-on, but it's not in a good spot. We'll need to place it in a good spot. And we're gonna put this right by the window so that it cannot be avoided, no matter what. Let's go reset that. One mistake I made, I'm realizing, is I didn't hit the person on the trap I don't know why I did that. I should have hit her to gain one more stack of save the best for last. Alright, this is good. I'm gonna put a trap here. Traps at the entrance of the basement can be very effective. When people don't expect them, like this. Because they went in and they didn't see that trap, so often when they come out, they don't see it either. And, yep, okay. I wonder what the streamer is saying right now. Oh, all right. Okay, that's fine. Well then, I guess I lose. Okay. This is fine. GG. No GG back. What do you mean GG? Okay, I'm more mad now. They said GG after disconnecting. All right, we'll do another one, I guess. All right, this map is absolutely god awful. It's probably the absolute best way to test this build. Let's do it. My rune is really far away. I wouldn't make it there if I... I'm just gonna start getting rid of these traps here. All right, someone's there. That's good. We're gonna trap here and go pick up the second trap over there and hopefully find them, but you never know. They had quite a bit of time to... Oh, they're doing totems. Interesting. You thought I didn't see you? Oh, I just had sprint burst, did you? It's my obsession, which is not great, but as long as you find your obsession first, it doesn't really hurt your stack, so that's good. I'm gonna try to... Alright, that didn't work. Oh! That person stepped on a completely random trap. Alright. They found my ruin, predictably. Is she gonna make it to another pallet? Nope. That was a really close one. I would have never made it to that person. They stepped on a random open trap that opened up somewhere. We have the basement right here, but I'm trying to prove a point that you don't need the basement. So I'm gonna try to avoid it. And instead just trap around here. This will be your dead zone, where we'll try to deny them of every single pallet, every single loop, everything they could use to their advantage. Alright, that's good. They really don't have that much around here, so we'll trap whatever they have. Closest loop is this one. And I'm only here to pick up this trap. I think I saw a survivor over here. But it might have been just some foliage falling. Alright. There you go. That's our cue. Let's go in. And see how far they make it. They're going for it under the hook's heel. That is such a poor idea. That person being our obsession, we have no interest in chasing her right now. Wait a minute. Did I see another one? Last second? Interesting. Hold on, I could be wrong, but I thought I saw a second person. I guess I am paranoid. Yeah, you gotta look around yourself really carefully when you use Infectious Fright. Some survivors are just too cheeky, you know. That's the obsession touching that trap, which is fine. Let's have a look. We'll let them do it. This generator has had progress since last time. Oh. Well, if you're that clumsy. Oh. There we go. That's the person going for the save. We can just wait 2 seconds. It's gonna happen any moment. maybe. There we go. There they are. Now, we know where she's gonna go. So we can just cut her off. There she is. Oh, wow. That was a mistake. Had to make sure she didn't have that heart. We're not gonna pick her up because she could have decisive strike. We'll pick up the Fang Min, which we know is a safe bet. I haven't completely shut down this area, but I think we can. I think that's good. And right about now, a minute has passed right now. So her decisive, if she has it, has just expired. How do I know? Because of the timer for make your choice. It's a really, really handy thing to have. Because it tells you exactly what a minute has passed. If she had decisive, she could have used it right up until then. And just like that, we're back in the position that we want to be. And they've been wasting a lot of time healing, touching traps, and doing absolutely nothing. They didn't touch the generator, which suggests they might have just scrambled. Alright, good for you. We're just trying to bide our time, wait for make your choice to proc, keep playing the straighting game. I would have picked up that trap if I had time, but it's better to just guarantee that no one's getting out of here. Yeah, I don't think that's you. Yeah, I have a feeling that wasn't her. It's only been 30 seconds. And we got no one nearby. Let's put more annoying traps down. We'd let her slug for another 20 seconds. Meanwhile, see what is up with these generators. And pick up more traps. Now we can pick you up. Now, she took us out of our really good zone, which is a bit of a shame. But that's okay. Because she's dead, and it doesn't really matter. I wasn't sure if it was the second or third hook. Now is the moment of the game where if they're doing generators, I'm not really doing anything to stop them. So, we've got to correct that. Wow, quick. I think I heard someone here. Oh. Did they keep running? Huh. I hear someone. Yeah, I do. Holy shit, you're hard to see. This map, man. This map, man. Oh, she's not my obsession. I don't know why I thought she was. Maybe there's two Janes. Alright, excellent stuff. This person just injured themselves at the worst possible time. And I think we saw where the last one was. She's looking at her. Yep, there she is. Unless they have an unbreakable person. This might be it for them. Especially with the trap on my hands. I don't think they can get away. Fair enough. You bought yourself some time. Oh shit, I thought I saw blood. I trusted that. But she went that way. Didn't she? She did. I can't really track her. Wow, these scratch marks are so... Yeah, she's in trouble now. There's traps everywhere. Dead heart. It doesn't matter. The trap is well placed. You cannot drop a pallet over it. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit annoying finding everybody, but for a map that's honestly quite horrible, I think we did well enough. And we did make more use of Make Your Choice. And completely choking every position. Little corners of the map, so I hope that was a bit instructive. And even though, you know, this might not be the best players ever, you know, you can't argue that they were not coordinated. They were definitely not randomers. They were all in the same team, so if you do okay against people like this, you'll probably do okay against most survivors. Alright. I got you, fam. We're never gonna find the last person. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Ask and you shall receive. Thank you very much. Did we level up this time? No, we didn't. We didn't do good enough. Why? All right. The game has spoken, guys. I still have a lot to learn, apparently. All right. GG. More of this shit very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Go for it. Quickly! Quickly, go! She doesn't know. She doesn't know. 3, 2. There we go. This is such a mean fucking build. I'm so sorry.